we got a little gift. We got a Christmas Day matchup the NFL has gifted us with. And, you look at the records and what these two teams are playing for, not that exciting, right? But when you think about the recent history between these two teams, it is a little spicy, I think. We have the Minnesota Vikings going to NOLA to take on the Saints. As of Tuesday, that's today, we're filming a day early, everyone. We normally do it on Wednesdays, as you know, but it's Tuesday. The Saints are favored by 6.5 points, and the point total is set at 52 points. Now, the Saints, I called it, you called it, they lost to the Chiefs 32-29, but Drew Brees was back under center, and you know what? There's no shame in losing to the Chiefs, right? But now it does mean that the Saints have suffered back-to-back losses. Not to mention another big loss for them. They lost Michael Thomas, okay? He's now been placed on IR. So they're going to have to get through the season without one of Drew Brees' favorite targets. The Vikings, on the other hand, they lost 33-27 to the Bears, and it doesn't really look like they're going to make the postseason. I mean, they're going to need a lot of help. I think more specifically from Arizona and Chicago to make the postseason. It's probably not going to happen. But I digress. Even though this isn't a big game for the Vikings, Jeff, you know that they want to beat the Saints here, right? These two teams have developed quite a rivalry, and the Vikings just seem to have the Saints number. Jeff, the Vikings are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. How do you see this game going? Can the Vikings pull off another upset? Have they got into Drew Brees and the Saints' head, or are the Saints going to pull up and show out?
OJ, you hit on a lot of really good points and a lot of subplots to this game. Justin Jefferson, the young wide receiver from Minnesota, he grew up in a town called Destrehan, and Destrehan's about maybe 10 miles from New Orleans. So he's going home, and he's going to want to show out for the fans. Played at LSU from Destrehan. That'll be a big, big deal to him. On the other hand, you look at it, and all those Saints, or a lot of those Saints, were around for the miracle in Minnesota when Stephon Diggs somehow miraculously scored late to beat them and derail what should have been a Super Bowl team. So I think there's a lot about this game that's going to spice it up down there in NOLA. So you put a little Cajun sauce on this one, and I'm going to take the Saints because I think Drew Brees will be better after a week, getting some rust off of him. What concerns me about the Saints, and I'll say this, is Jameis is in COVID protocol as I understand it right now. And you say, well, he's just their third quarterback. But here's the deal. Sean Payton's got to be really careful about what he does with Taysom Hill, because if he gets Taysom Hill hurt and he's got a 41-year-old quarterback with broken ribs and then he goes down, they don't have anybody to play quarterback in the game. Mm-hmm. So I think that limits the Saints a little bit, but I still like the Saints and the -7. And I think that over and under of 52, again, I'm leaving that one to you because I'm not making any more choices on points because you are the princess of points and get it right way more than me.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm definitely taking the over in this game. 52 is really low to me for Minnesota, for example, right? They have tons of weapons on offense. It just depends on what you're going to get, what Kirk Cousins you're going to get that day, so to speak. I mean, they can run the ball with Dalvin. They have Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, as you said. I don't think Kyle Rudolph is playing in this game. I think he's injured, but I digress. The point is their defense just gives up a lot of points to begin with, right? And the Saints still have a ton of weapons, even though they've lost Michael Thomas. And then it's the Saints. They're at home. This is a big matchup, I think, because of the narrative and the storylines that kind of go behind it. There's got to be a little bit of a redemption game for Drew Brees. And I think Kirk Cousins, he wants to show up and show out too. So I feel confident about the over in this game. With that being said, the spread, I ain't touching it. I will take the Saints money line. I will not touch the spread because to me, this game feels like almost a rivalry. You know how I don't like to take the spreads in divisional matchups just because it's just weird? That I'm almost giving that level of credence to this game. So I'm not touching the spread, but I will take the Saints to win because they're just the better team and they should win at home. So I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I'm going with the over on this one, Jeff.
All right.
There you have it, guys. We both have the Saints winning. Jeff feels confident about the 7 points. And I'm taking the over, and Jeff is not touching the point total, I guess. Jeff, real quick, though, if you had to make a pick, what are you doing, over, under?
I take the over.
Okay, cool. We agree on that. Let us know in the comments below what you think.